As you just heard, former President Donald Trump has been found guilty on all 34 counts of falsifying business records in his criminal hush money trial. This comes after 2 days of deliberations, 9.5 hours total. You're standing outside right now. Can you tell us a little bit about what the community is doing, what people are saying, and what the overall feeling is right now outside there?
Pete, there's no denying it is cold out here at Notre Dame Stadium, but that did not stop the tailgaters and the fans. They started lining up early this morning, including off campus. WSBT 22 Sean English is joining us live from one of those off-campus tailgates.
Take a look at this timeline. This is according to a confession that Allen gave to Walla in early May at the Westville Correctional Facility. He told Dr. Walla that he drank 3 beers on February 13th, then headed to the trails. This scene is expansive. It stretches multiple streets, multiple blocks. We're here on Dr. Martin Luther King Boulevard. If you take a look, there are 2 vehicles here that appear to have been involved in this situation in some sort of crash.
The governor at the time had said that if there were such inaccuracies, he would consider that fraud and that it should be handed over to the Inspector General. At the time, I believe you said this isn't about fraud at this point. It's about inaccurate numbers and political agendas causing doubt. I'm wondering now that this research has been conducted if your opinion has changed.
Hey Carson, I'm Julianna Furfari, and we're here at Pettisville High School where Kayla, Becca, and Joshua attended. Our team coverage continues with WSBT 22's Sean English, who is joining us live from outside the Century Center at the Amazon Job Showcase. Sean, you had a chance to check out some of the jobs that are going to fill this historic data center. In the last 15 minutes, we learned that one of those officers was treated and released from the hospital. The other officer remains in the hospital in fair but stable condition. Both campaigns, both parties putting out news releases last night, pointing out the stark contrast between the 2 candidates. The big difference tonight is that Libertarian Donald Rainwater will be in the mix. I emailed them twice and left a voicemail, and I still have not heard back. I emailed the press person for the governor again today, listing several questions, including if the governor has read this report. I just checked my email a few minutes ago, and I still have not gotten a response. Right now at 5, we are following breaking news with a major development in the manhunt for the person of interest in the shooting death of the United Healthcare CEO. Law enforcement now questioning a man in custody in Pennsylvania in connection with that murder. And that all led to tonight. As you can see, hundreds of people are packed into this ballroom as multiple Republicans running for different state races were expected to speak. Take a look at the crowd here still at this hour.
A winter weather alert this midday. Parts of our area being hit hard by lake effect snow as those lake effect bands are dropping inches of snow. We have team coverage this midday. WSBT 22's Gabby Luma and Tiana Baxter are both live for us, giving us a look at road conditions. We'll get to that check here in just minutes, but first we start with meteorologist Abby Wepler, because Abby, this lake effect will be a problem all day long. You could see that snow on our network of storm alert weather cameras, plus the storm alert weather radar showing that snow very much still present and more is to come. Now to some breaking news just into the WSBT 22 newsroom. We are learning of shots fired at a Trump rally in Butler County, Pennsylvania. This happening just moments ago. Take a look at this. You could see 2.2 million customers are currently dealing with those outages in Texas. We're joined this morning by the executive director of Camp Millhouse, Diana. Diana, good morning to you. I want to start off by asking, for those that don't know, what is Camp Millhouse? Breaking news at 10 on Fox. We now know the names of the 2 men found dead inside of a pickup truck that went off the road and into the St. Joseph River in Elkhart County. It is a story we have been following since WSBT 22 News at 5.
We are on the road right now heading to Indianapolis to cover the governor's race.
And I have been working since August to obtain that video from Michigan State Police. Tonight, only on WSBT 22, you will see now the dash and body cam video that is providing more information on what happened during that high-profile pursuit. These were the final moments of a July 2023 high-speed pursuit that spanned 2 states and involved multiple departments, ending with the suspect, Joshua Ringel, dead by the St. Joseph River. In January, WSBT 22 was the first to tell you that the St. Joseph County prosecutor released Ringel died by blunt force trauma and that law enforcement did act appropriately. That information given to us 6 months after the chase and Ringle's death. Just weeks after that chase, WSBT filed an official request to get dash cam and body cam video of the incident. Finally, just last week, police provided 14 angles of the traffic stop and pursuit, 13 dash cam videos, and 1 body cam video. The video begins with the initial traffic stop in a Niles business parking lot. A Michigan State Police trooper attempts to take Ringle into custody for an outstanding warrant.
Aaron, I got one fighting. I'm telling you right now, dude. I'm telling you, stop. I'm not going. Stop. For what? Oh, it's simple assault from where? Simple assault. Get out of the crowd.
The violent altercation lasts just more than a minute. The trooper deploys a taser and repeatedly instructs Ringle to step out of the vehicle.
Gun right now. Drop it. Drop the gun.
Ringle took off south on State Road 933, heading toward Indiana. Dispatch audio captured the high-speed chase, reaching speeds of 115 miles per hour. The cars seen weaving in and out of traffic. Less than 5 minutes into the chase, debris is seen flying off of Ringle's red Kia. There are sparks coming from the right tires. Ringle points his gun out the window. Shots are fired.
Got it.
Ringle led troopers past Memorial Hospital into downtown South Bend. The chase coming to a screeching halt when Ringle slams his car into a South Bend police vehicle.
Coming up to West Madison.
Ringle takes off running toward a wooded area. You can hear multiple shots being fired by police. Dash and body cam video shows the final moments. Ringle running from police as a Michigan State Police car slams into a tree. Indiana State Police investigators told WSBT 22 Ringle was found dead by the river and that Michigan State Police was the only agency to fire a weapon. The prosecutor's office later confirming that Ringle died from blunt force trauma. Once again, the prosecutor's office says that law enforcement did act appropriately and no further action is needed. The entire chase from Niles to South Bend spanning just under 8 minutes. MSP is unable to comment on this investigation since it was handled by Indiana State Police. However, we had questions about chase policies. This Monday, I sat down with a Michigan State Police spokesman and asked about changes that they made this past March. Would anything be different if those policies were in effect last July?
No, not at all. And the reason being is because that was a violent felony, which included a physical assault against the trooper. So because our now chase policy includes violent felonies, as well as the other reasons why you can chase, he would have been within either the previous chase policy or the new one that just came out.
Lieutenant Robinson also said changes to the chase policy will not affect their ability to catch criminals one way or another. Right now, we have put all of the raw video from this chase last July on our YouTube page. Just search WSBT. From college stands to the primetime spotlight, football is surpassing baseball as America's favorite sport, and a Pew Research Center survey shows it's not even close.
The more that kind of sport and the people who play it permeates American culture and entertainment and other spaces, the wider swath of people are going to know about it.
ESPN scored 25 million viewers for this year's national championship game. It was the most watched college football playoff in 6 years. The NFL playoffs averaged 38.5 million viewers, the most watched playoffs ever recorded. And experts like Catherine Walden from Notre Dame say that might be because those football storylines are everywhere.
So there's the game that happens on the field, and there are people that that's the best version of football for them. But I teach at Notre Dame. I mean, we're all about the stories. We're all about the history. We're all about the legends.
Social media expanding the reach, bringing us closer to the game. It was a year of sideline access with just a touch, click, or swipe. Sweethearts and spouses cheerleading on the nation's biggest stage, a crossover between fashion and football, the line of scrimmage where entertainment meets competition has been blurred, creating an influx of new fans. According to Front Office Sports, the league had its highest regular season female viewership since it began tracking in 2000.
So I think our ideas of like who sports belong to, especially around gender and a binary construction of gender, is something that's become a lot more flexible in the last few years.
And all you have to do is ask around. I took to social media to find out, are more females in your life watching football this year? There were a wide range of responses. Many were steadfast their love for the sport long before now. Others sharing the success of their favorite college team was what sparked more interest. And of course, there were a few who admitted a certain love story drew them in. The Swift effect is certainly changing the game, referring to mega superstar musician Taylor Swift and her relationship with Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce. No matter the reason, what these responses tell us is that it is all about feeling the connection, a connection to players, other fans, a connection to each other. Meet Monique and Phil, local business owners, parents, and Michigan fans. Phil's fandom dates back generations.
I pay attention to what's going on with Michigan football year round.
For Monique, it's a newfound love.
One of our sons had commented, oh, she was cheering at the, you would never have guessed it.
Monique shared with me her deferred love for the game, a love that has grown as she followed certain players and felt a connection with young athletes just starting their careers. A love that has grown through the triumphs and victories, a love that has grown as her family bonds over a communal experience.
Well, from a familial sense, having something that brings people together, a shared interest, that's everything.
Down the road, Dana and her daughters also feeling that connection. Dana, a lifelong NFL fan, is passionate about her Kansas City Chiefs, fantasy football, and her favorite players.
Especially my mom is just like, woohoo! And then I just hear it coming from wherever she's at.
Her daughter, not so much, at least until now.
I was like, Mom, calm down. And now this year I'm like, yeah, I understand it.
As much as Dana loves football, her daughter Nicole is equally as passionate about Taylor Swift.
My mom has always been a Chiefs fan, so I was like, how about those Chiefs?
Nicole learning football from her mom, especially as it pertains to her favorite pop star.
She was a Kelce fan, you know, brother Jason. Is it Jason? Yes, it's Jason. Jason Kelce.
Dana isn't shy to admit that she wasn't so sure about the attention given to the pop star at the beginning of the season. She says her opinion has changed because she cares about the message she's sending to her daughters.
You know, I've relaxed about it. I'm like, show her. I think that's great. I think it's showing. I wanted my girls, especially my girls, but all my kids to, you do what you feel is the right thing to do and don't worry about what everybody else is thinking.
With this football season now over, fans, new and old, are likely to stick around, especially if that shared fandom is focused on that shared human connection.